Good day, viewers. Welcome to Various Kitchen Channel. Still on our colored cake. We have made the cake, we have done the sharp edge. Now we are decorating the cake. Like I said, if you want to watch how the cake was made and how the sharp edge was achieved, go down to my description box. You will see the link for the baking of the cake and also the link for the covering of the cake, our first covering, which is the sharp edge. Now you start by rolling out for this decoration. You start by rolling out your sausages, about 4 or 5 of the blue and 4 or 5 of the white. I didn't really take note of how many of them. Join them like this and cut to cover your board. Now roll it out. Now you can see I'm using it to cover my board. Trim off the excess and then roll out another pink. Now this pink you're rolling out, we are going to be using it on the bigger cake. Now you round it, place it round the bigger cake carefully and trim off any excess that is not wanted. Just if possible, get your tape and measure to give you the accurate measurement you wanted for the cake. But here I am doing everything offhand. But if you're a beginner, it's always advisable to measure before you cut. Now apply some shortening. In this case, I like using shortening because I'm working with blue and pink. Sometimes when you use water, your cake will be messed up with colors. Apply the shortening and then start applying the pink fondant that you just rolled out to create a design. And after that, you check it. If it is overlapping, just cut off the side because we don't want it to be overlapping. Now go around and cut it to the size that you want it. Trim off the excesses to give you exactly what you want. And then still go by the sides of the bigger cake and begin to trim off to the level you want the pink fondant to be. Now after this, you form a sausage with your white fondant. A long sausage. Then flatten the sausage and then cut out a pattern using your straight frill. Now this straight frill we are going to use it to cut what will be serving as your zip on the cake. Now trim off the excess and then use only the sides that you want on the cake. begin to apply it. Roll it first together so that it won't tear as you're trying to apply it, and then begin to apply it on the cake after opening the top part of the pink. Apply shortening on it, and then begin to apply your cutouts. You can see I'm generously applying the shortening. This is to make sure that it's wet enough to hold the cutout from falling out. I begin to arrange the cutout. Go round and meet the cutout. Stop it where you started. And next, we begin to lap the pink on top, leaving the mouth, the scallop part of the cutout outside. Still apply some liquid on the white scallop and then close up your pink. If you don't understand anything, always endeavor to ask me questions in the comment box, and by the grace of God, I will always answer you. Now make sure everything is well aligned and well lapped. Remember, I have also showed you how to make a fondant. I will also drop the link below in my description box. Now use your embroidery cutter and begin to create a tailoring line on top of the pink under the scallops. Now this is the result I've gotten. Now place it on your board and set it aside. Next, roll out another pink for the 6 inches cake. Cut out a belt, a large belt, and then place it on the body at the middle of the 6 inches cake. Applying your shortening first. Always remember what I'm using for this work is shortening. It has a way of making your work to be neat. I actually bought Crisco. That's what I'm using. Now after placing it on the body, you cut out the excess. Cut out the excess. If you can see it's falling out, just apply another shortening. That means shortening is not enough there. Apply and it will lap well, then cut out according to how you want it. Remove the one inside and close it up again. Next, get a black fondant, roll out, and begin to cut out polka dots and place on the body of the pink. Now begin to place it until it goes round, giving at least an inch gap in between. This is what you're going to do until you go round. Next, roll out another white fondant, this time with a different design of your straight frill. Cut out the straight frill shape, trim it, and first start with the bottom part of the cake. And then begin to line it on the body. The down part of the 6 inches cake. So now I'm applying shortening again down side of the cake. And then I'm lining it, making sure that the scallop side is facing up. Cut out the excess. Repeat the same method upper side of the cake, but this time around you can see I'm using my thumbnail to pinch the scallops in order for it to come out from the body of the cake. You are going to repeat the same thing up and still pinch that particular part too. Cut out with your stretch frill again. You can see the one I'm using is broken, but it's still working. You can get a longer one. Cut off the excess and place it again on the cake. But first, apply your shortening. Always remember to do this. Now go around, making sure that it's not bigger than the size of the cake, that is well lined with the top side of the cake, and then pinch out the scallops using your 2 hands and your thumb until you go round. After this, we now start with our designs. Now start with your Sophia, because the character we're using today is Sophia. But first we're starting with the butterflies. Remember, you have to do this with your smoother to make sure everything is equal. Now place your butterflies before you start with other cartoons. Design them the way you want it. You can place them wherever you want it. The most important thing is to make sure that the design is beautiful and is beautifully placed on your cake. So there's no special way of placing it. Take note of that. Now I'm making out a bead using my mold so that I will be able to use it and line the base of my 6 inches cake to cover up any dent or anything that eyes shouldn't see at all. Now this will help you to make it very neat. If you notice very well, I later brought down my Sophia to the first layer of the cake, thereby placing my birthday card on top of the cake. These are the trials you have to do to decide anyone that makes it more beautiful. You just let it be there. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to cut out some shapes. You can use love shape cutter to make some kind of designs on the pink down. But I'm using a kind of triangle. And then after that, you cut out the names, and then this is the love shape I'm using to help the zip. Then after that, cut out the names and then place it in front of the cake. This is my 7 years. And then I'm painting the scallops because they are dried now. You can do anything, play around with your fondant, play around with the designs of your cakes, and it will give it something befitting. Now you cut out the names. The name I'm using here is Deborah, so I'm just starting with D. I just showed you how I did it. The rest of them is the same way, and then you line it in front of your cake, and you're good to go. So you can see the cake. Now the next thing I'm doing is to steam the cake to remove every dust that is not wanted there. And then the next thing again, you line the board of your cake using the ribbon of your choice. And our cake is ready. Please give me a thumb up if at the end of this video you like it, and also subscribe.